You guys have done a long rest and are now waking up.
Oh, yeah, then I definitely do.
Some of you did watch, and you guys didn't really hear anything of note. The latter half of that time, no one was doing watch. Nothing huge has happened in terms of sounds that would have waken you up. It's possible there have been sounds of note that you would have noticed if you weren't asleep, but you haven't heard any, but nothing that has caused any of you to have awaken up beforehand. But yeah, but now the rest is fully over.
Alright guys, everyone awake?
Yes. Frankly, I still don't know quite what we can do here. I have the beginning most makings of a plan. An attempt at diplomacy, if you would. I could burn one of my higher level spells for the day to summon my lovely golem and see if they could parlay with the elementals and apologize for our actions previously and broach peace. And should that work in a perfect setting, everyone but Mortar and Golem would step away from those two. Mortar could draw the blade, and the only people within 50 feet of them would be those two. So, at the end of the hour, or after we've completed what needs completed, Mortar could slay my elemental, thus fulfilling Tiefling's desire for death.
That does seem like the most sound plan we've got so far, and I'm okay with chasing that lead.
The second part is absolutely the easier of the two. I'm not certain if the first part will work at all. And should it fail, I believe all we can do is lock on to one target at a time, in hopes of whittling it down. Everyone aim at the closest one. Whatever gets struck first, we continue to strike at that until it falls. And, beyond that, I don't think there's much else we can do. There's an unknown variable of what's happened to Issa within the chambers.
Okay, let's take this easy. What if Issa is for the most part still intact and we could throw her in?
It's still not preferable, but it is an option.
Look, we gotta weigh our options here. Either we have to take a big gamble. Oh wait, we have to take a big gamble either way.
I really like a big gamble.
We know Tiefling works.
I know, but drawing it means someone has to die.
Ian, I have an out-of-character question.
Oh yes.
When the party started attacking the one scrummy or whatever they were called, did the other ones also get hostile, or was it just the one that we attacked?
No,
they did? Okay.
All of them.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if it was just the one, instead of having it be elemental apologizing, it could be the elemental holding that one back while we attempt to use Tiefling to drain the lava and then deal with the repercussions of that afterwards.
Well, it's assumed that that elemental is now dead.
True.
As it was struck by Tiefling.
How many other elementals were there?
6.
There were 6 in total.
Jesus.
At least 6. You have no...
Jesus. Yeah, there might be more under the lava.
Okay. As you're discussing this, you see Gert kind of move up a little. Do we know what they are? Or why we're there?
Molten rock men.
I have to imagine this is just their natural habitat.
Yeah.
They're just animals.
Do
At least
we
as far
not
as I can
believe
tell.
they have something to? Do you think they've just always lived there, or do you think they have perhaps something to do with that large thing, the face? That's just my guess.
Are you
I'm
insinuating
not
they might
sure.
be the children of it?
Maybe formed from its flesh. I don't know, but obviously we didn't see them in the other chamber. Perhaps Shrummy, perhaps, and I don't know if that creature. I think Moritar mentioned Shrummy. That's well, I was there with him. We said that. Would fight or eat those things, but I didn't see any in there. So either they're just unique to this one lava chamber, and maybe there's a reason for it. That's all. And if that's the case, maybe we can work with that.
There is
Moritar,
always
they
the
always
chance.
been there?
Good. Sorry.
That I believe we've been over this. I've not been into that big room,
Yes, but has anyone told you about them? Perhaps, have you seen them in any other rooms in the past?
No.
Well, okay.
On that note, we do have a potion of fire immunity.
Okay, that's good news.
And I do not need to be the one to wield Tiefling.
Well, yes, assuming that the potion of fire resistance works, then any one of us could.
Yeah.
Who of us has got the most brains?
Determined that was Lady Niflis.
How do you feel about...
What was that?
Sorry.
Sardonyx.
Huh?
Didn't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I said I have Terraflame. I do.
Yes. Mr. Abaddon?
Well, Sardonyx, how do you feel about tossing yourself into a volcano?
You are the way I have wings, right?
It'll be a quick dip either way.
Well, yeah, you still go head first into a volcano, you know? How do you feel about it?
I can almost admit I do not think my people will have me do this.
So, I will say, you do see kind of Traveled and Gurk, and even to some extent Gort and Axe are kind of a little befuddled with the idea that they suggest you to do it, given it's assumedly a dangerous thing, and for a lot of reasons, even regardless of the fire thing aspect.
I also have.
Sorry, go on.
I also have the capability to turn someone invisible, so we could really just do this a lot sneakier.
I think going with the stealthy option is the best of it.
This is terribly important. Mortar, you will tell us the password to open the door, so everyone knows it.
Out of character, I was assuming everyone knew that because Moritar, you just heard Moritar do it.
Yeah, but might not have remembered it as well.
Yeah, we were kind of running away from a big fire lizard.
Yeah,
I think it was more the first time you're walking in there.
That's a really good memory. I think
still,
I'm
yeah.
the only one who remembers it.
Yes, and it's also, I as a player don't remember it. So clearly Hazel the character also does not remember it.
I'm operating on the thought that we all had to flee, because if we hadn't, we would have been trapped in the room because no one else knew the password for Moritar. And I'm eliminating that possibility moving forward.
Yes, smart.
So Moritar tells us the password, yes, no?
Yeah.
Cool. We all know the
Yes.
password.
Also, Marta, place down the box with the potion of fire immunity for the rest of the group to see.
Oh, good. I was thirsty. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, don't touch it, don't touch it.
Oh, it's spicy.
Well, that settles it. You're going for a dive, boy.
Well, Nordless drank the fucking potion, so I guess he's gonna go into the lava.
We're not. No, this didn't actually happen. I did
Slash
not.
J, slash J, slash J, I know.
did not put my dick in the dragon.
Oh my god.
I think that's even worse in this context.
Oh wait, no, you weren't there for that, right? You were gone
no.
last session. Okay. There was a joke. I'm like, I put my dick in the dragon. Everyone went with. I'm like, wait, no, I need to clearly say I do not put my dick in the dragon.
And that was the invention of the quote channel.
Correct. Yes. So, are we going in stealth, or do you want me to attempt diplomacy? Regardless of what we do, we need to open a very massive door to enter the room. Stealth is a little undoable because while the creatures may not be the most intelligent, they are going to assume this door doesn't open often, and something opened the door. Where is it? Invisibility does not make you undetectable, it just makes you invisible.
I mean, we can do both.
I am very skilled in not getting seen. There's a chance that I might be able to get in and get out with enough speed to not give them enough time to react and get to me.
Ian,
Yes.
is Tiefling still flaming?
Well, how long has it since it's still been?
It's been 12 hours.
24 hours since it passed, so it's still, it's assumedly still flaming. However, it's sheathed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Meaning, unsheathing it could be a little iffy in terms of getting burned.
Well, I more meant, I was asking for the meta knowledge of it doesn't require a wisdom saving throw to draw the blade when it is ignited.
Yes.
Is that correct? Oh, wow.
Which
Okay,
is,
so then...
which is why I was asking to see if it would be even smart to give it to Hazel to see if she could succeed the wisdom check, but if she doesn't have to.
I also, because it's the start of the day, I do have all 3 of my luck points, for what it's worth.
Okay.
And I have my psionic energy die, which, now that I know how I'm using it properly, I can actually add to a stealth check, because I am proficient in stealth and innately have a plus 10 right now. I'm okay with this plan.
Part of me wants to get a sneak critical with the Axe of Glitnir, but I want to be reasonable.
Save it for some other time.
Yeah.
That
You'll
would
get more
also be a
opportunity to do
possibility.
some good hits.
Wait. I will mention they could another way you could possibly try and more so fail. Well, not that would be a best. It would not be a good idea. Is use the Axe of Glitnir to push some water out of the ground, and see if that does anything.
I've played enough Terraria to know what happens to water near lava.
Steam.
Steam. And nothing else.
There's steam in Terraria? I forgot.
No, that's not actually what happened in Terraria, but that was my first thought, is steam.
Yeah, it would not be worthwhile. It's a whole ass volcano.
So which
it's
are we
also-
going in with?
We can just do both.
Yeah.
Define both. What boths? We've said a lot of things. Which boths?
Sneak and anger.
Yeah. Sneaking
didn't hear.
and also having having the golem go in.
Hazel, roll
Okay.
perception check.
Perception? Okay. Boop.
Hell,
Wow, 2 nat 1s in a row.
Okay.
That one, the last nat 1 was a pre-session thing too. Damn.
we could
no,
even
can I-
use this. More
Should I
power
use a
hold
luck
the
point on
gem.
this? Never mind. It's fine.
Meta-wise, maybe, but it's not something. I'll just say whatever it was not something relative to something going on in this room. That's all I'll say. So if you
I'm
want
gonna
to
use a luck point. It's-
Wait,
it's
no,
a nat one.
pause. Are you basing this
Pausing.
off of people's past perception? Because my past perception is 17 now.
yes,
My passive's 18.
18. Yes.
So, okay, 18 was a requirement. That's why I was
Yeah.
curious, because 17
Yes.
is still rather high. That's
Yeah.
why I
Okay,
was
so-
asking.
Because I have an 18 passive, is that fine?
No, that was your qualifier
No.
to make a perception check.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
That's what I was asking.
fucked up pretty badly. Yeah.
I fucked up pretty badly. I think I just kind of need to roll with the L on this one.
What about my passive investigation?
That's not on your character sheet. It's a
Doesn't
made-up
exist
stat.
by roll.
Now, I will say for a separate thing, it's still pretty high. I would like Norlalis to roll perception.
Oh, okay.
I want to make it known while we wait for him to roll that I have like a +5 and +8 to those 2 wisdom checks, and I have a -1 to all of my intelligence checks. I just happen to roll really poorly on these 2 different wisdom checks.
Know how I feel.
Is this sight or sound?
Sound.
Sound. So I think that's. I need to
Do you
look
have
at
like
my.
keen hearing something?
No. The Eye of Odin gives me +10 on perception with sight, I believe. Yes. Okay. So that is just a 17, 15 + 2.
Okay. 17 still round is high. If it was a little high, it would be good, but 17 is just high enough, I think, for you to. You hear what sounds like movement back towards the entrance of the cave and kind of closer to the first lava room with some initial splashing. It's not like a full fight. It's not like that, and it's rather subtle. It's something that's kind of hard to hear because it's it's a bit far away from you, but not. And the echoes are. I don't. Okay, I'm not a physicist or I don't even know if geophysicists would study this, but I don't know if lava being in a room would impact the sound of things going through there. I think it would because lava makes noise, but I don't know if it would like absorb sound waves or anything.
I don't think it would absorb them particularly well.
Okay.
No, I don't imagine.
Okay.
It's
In that
very
case-
dense. It would just bounce right off of it.
Okay. You would hear what sounds like at least footsteps, or a move, or something similar to a footstep, like something that moving perhaps that has, I don't know, like different kinds of feet. I don't know.
Understood. It sounds like something's going on in the room before us. Do we want to peek our heads out and check on that before we move forward?
Sure thing.
I don't see why not. Better to cover our bases.
And our
Abaddon
asses.
pulls up.
Okay, let me check something.
No need to be profane, Sir Andron. /J, not real.
Piss off.
Piss off.
Don't make me break out our tam on you.
I'll destroy that twank, don't worry.
He is undestroyable.
There's a lot of sexual tension between the two of you.
We are siblings? No, there's not.
That's fucking weird, bro.
When I said destroy this tank, I meant kill, not sexually.
Just wait for the twink death.
Oh god.
Sorry,
I don't want to think of his twink death.
I had to.
Okay. So you guys start to move through back into the previous room. As you kind of do, you do hear a bit of swashing around of the lava as, as your favorite fella, Strummy and Strummy Jr. move amongst the room. Clearly interested in something. I would like you to put yourselves up here. And question, do all of you go? And also, Sardonyx, did you ask any of the Goliaths you have under your rule currently to go with you, or no? And if not all of them, who did you have stay and who did you have go?
I would take Axer, and I would take Gert.
Okay, Gurk and Axer. Okay. Let me put them on there. I looked, okay, in the GM layer, I was like, okay, do I have them? And I had all the people in the GM layer that weren't the people you asked for. So give me a second.
Oh my god.
And this wasn't like me expecting to other people. This is from several sessions ago. We can grab them.
Also, I recently actually checked the new Warlock stuff. They can have a skeleton as a familiar for some reason.
That's awesome.
Just a full ass skeleton for their pack of the chain.
I would love that. I would love to just have a little skeleton with me.
Right, it's not a little skeleton; it's a full size skeleton.
Oh, like a medium-sized skeleton.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that though.
It's just like everything else. These small creatures. This is Dave. He's permanently working for me now.
See, now
No
I'm loving
choice.
the idea of like a goblin warlock who just gets carried around by her like big skeleton familiar.
They also have a slab tadpole,
Ew.
which is fucking weird.
That one's weird.
Wait, is that not already in? As a warlock thing.
As a
Oh.
warlock
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, warlocks only get like imps and closets and shit.
They got more now.
Mhm.
Anyway, game.
Okay. Wait, I did the wrong thing. Let me pull up the wrong token. Let me fix it.
So who's tagging along?
I think everyone's
There we
coming
go.
with?
Yeah,
Question mark?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we
everybody
leaving any
leaving?
NPCs behind? Because I think the entire party's going for it.
No,
I was the understanding
Troubled
you're
and
leaving,
Boyd are staying behind.
and
Troubled
Carl
and Boyd?
ultimately.
And Carl? Okay.
And Hazel, it's up on you if you want to bring Telf or not. As in, otherwise you'd have to drop him off.
Realistically, I think Telth just, unless said otherwise, is probably just going to be chilling with me.
Yeah.
I am completely content with them essentially having a nest inside my armor.
Yeah.
So long as they don't try to do anything weird.
Don't swan dive into the lava with them then.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think about. Oh my god! I didn't think about that.
I shouldn't have said anything. It would have been funnier.
So
well,
you guys
they would have been
don't-
inside my armor. I don't know.
You guys don't enter the room. And you see Shrummy and Shrummy Jr. kind of moving about, kind of somewhat defensively moving, as you look across the room and see several strange things. And one of them is of interest to one of you, more so Abaddon, because at least blueprint-wise, it looks deeply similar, at least in its, physical makeup, to the particular golem that shot a cannon at your bird.
Oh, fuck that thing. Fuck that
I didn't
thing.
know if you'd noticed before or after. I assume you guys are on the right screen.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have dark vision on this map, so I don't think there should be anything. At least I don't think I do.
Nope, you're good. We see the
Good.
map.
So you guys should see everything. Okay. Yeah. So you guys see this collection of what seems like mechanical creatures, and it's unclear to you if what exactly they're doing here, as they seem not to be like immediately rushing towards you or rushing towards the other thing. It's almost like if they're defending a point, but that's really all you immediately can figure out. In addition, most of these are rather strange to most of you.
And look, out of personal reasons, can we kill that fucking big one?
Why?
It looks like the fucker that killed my bird.
I can understand why that's frustrating, but let us not hold such a grudge over a creature that could have equally been killed by a cat.
Abaddon gives Hazel the biggest side eye.
You mean Nornless?
No, Hazel.
Oh. Didn't think about that.
For a second, I was trying to copy notes from out of session RP to my personal channel. What the fuck just happened?
Go ahead.
What's it called? Basically, that big robot thing we're seeing on the map looks
Yeah.
like the thing that killed my bird. And out of personal grievances, I want to kill that thing.
Okay.
Nornless gave the sage wisdom of let's not be so resentful to a thing because your bird could have been killed by a cat, and On that quote, Abaddon gave you, at the backseat, bombastic side-eye.
She extends her claws and then just puts them back away, just like acknowledging that you've looked at her.
So as you kind of stay in place, you see the a small orange, possibly halfling or more likely, or at least assumedly, gnome-shaped mechanical creature move up. It has two what seem like mechanical dog-like things besides them, which seem to kind of rattle in place. The small gnome-like thing seems to kind of put its hands close to its face and starts to kind of lift up its chin and move its hands in strange ways, and then begins to speak at a relatively loud volume, like in a way that you guys can kind of hear, like despite it being what, like at least 50 feet, yeah, around
100 feet away.
like 95, yeah, around 100 feet away. Hello.
Hi. What you doing in a volcano?
Request for entry.
Denied.
So Steve,
Why do you want entry?
Access denied. Ask supervisor.
what?
Answer my question. Can't.
I think they said that they don't have the rank to answer your question.
That's fucking dumb.
I can. Who is your supervisor?
It seems to kind of like move its hands a little back to its initial position, as if for like a couple seconds. Then it puts its hands back up so that it can speak. Vodira is the first name of the administrator. Vodira is what we refer to and consider to be the current administrator.
Administrator of what?
The Sky Bison airship. Oh wait, wait. I didn't want to do that.
Appa?
Sure. You know what? Sure, let's go with that. The Sky Bison airship.
I buy some ish.
Oh, that thing is full of shit.
We have a question as well.
Ask, I suppose?
What is the password for your articulated, specialized stone door located in the geologic caldera of this megastructure?
It's denied.
None yet.
I think they're both wrong.
What can we do in order to get access to this? We have things for sale, per se.
I believe we need to know your intentions within the caldera before we could, dare say, give you the password to enter.
Give me a second. And it then starts to move its hands back. And it, like, stays silent for a couple seconds. and then it moves its hands back. And it begins to speak again, but it sounds different. Excuse me. Hello?
What?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
We are of the great nation that, from the steppes to the shore, Najorvia will always rise. I wish for you to give us access to that door. What is the password? Otherwise, we will not cooperate in your safety.
I'm sorry, are you, to be completely transparent, you are threatening us without telling us your intentions.
Do you wish for my intentions?
Yes, no, that's exactly what we requested.
Identify yourself so I can determine if it is worthwhile morally
here.
for me to do so.
We were here first.
We are the knowers of the passwords. Wait, I blanked mentally for a moment. I was in this conversation, and then I realized I forgot a detail. Did he mention his name? This person?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I glossed over that or not.
Additionally, this is maybe I warped into it a little bit. This is meant to be a different voice than what you initially.
No. I understood that perfectly. I just wasn't. I felt like I blanked. I'm like, wait, he said his name, didn't he? That wasn't the case. My name is Nornalis Andrin, scholar from Askerval.
What race?
What does that matter?
Do you not have eyes?
We
Yeah.
need for, well, some races live short lives and cannot fully understand reality. Other races are barbaric and problematic, like that of the Stonekin.
What is the out of character? What does Stonekin reference?
You would be an understanding it is a name that is sometimes referred to Goliaths, but more oftenly referred to regarding stone genasi or earth genasi.
Understood. If Abaddon seems to be getting riled up, Nornus will just kind of like lay a hand out, like heal almost, in a respectful, like genuine, like general manner, like not heal dog, but like more like I got this. I'm a Firbolg.
That is acceptable under our current understanding.
And
Moralist,
yes,
if that is your name,
since
I
the day
request to ask you something.
I would like for you to do the equal respect of identifying yourself.
I am Yastor. I work on the Sky Bison. I am speaking through this autonome here. I am currently, the Sky Bison is above this volcano. We have interest here and wish to do what we need to do here prior to the volcano's eruption.
Okay. That would be what, Mr. Yastor?
Examination of the remains of a believed dragon, collection of scientific materials, and collection and observance of objects within the caldera. Then there will be consideration to use specialized means to prevent or exacerbate the conditions of the volcano to either end or push for a quicker eruption of the volcano.
Okay, I understand, I believe.
As well as something else, which relates to one of those.
Yes, regarding the very first two, the dragon's next of kin has claimed ownership properly of those things, so those will not be apprehensible. You wouldn't steal, I hope. You
Could
seem
we
like
get
that
in
have a moral
contact with the
character.
homeowner?
Sorry. The homeowner just threw me out of it for a moment.
Did you not see the no solicitation sign we put out front?
There actually is a sign, like, danger beware, out front of the volcano. That's so fucking good.
We don't want to fucking switch to solar energy.
Oh, yeah, I have to actually ask, is that in character?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
No.
I was like thinking it wasn't, but as time went on,
fair-
every second I was like, maybe?
It was my character voice, but no. That's on me. Sorry.
Norlis kind of like raises an eyebrow to Moritar.
Moritar will step forward and go, I am the current owner of this
Home?
home area.
State.
Moritar's gonna look back and just kind of like, is it the like island as a whole, the volcano, this specific area?
Out of character, I'd err on the side of caution and say the dragon owned this entire island, and since you are its child, technically, yes. We're talking legal jargon.
Yeah.
I am the current owner of this island.
I should mention yet again that or more so, I haven't mentioned it prior, but I cannot see through this contraption at the moment. Would you identify your race? I assume Dragonborn? Or some type of half-dragon?
Norlis will like mouth the word Fearbulg to Moritar, but that's entirely up to him on what he wants to say.
Yes, I am a former half dragon.
What other organism or race besides that of a dragon was used for your procreation, sir or madam?
Moritar's gonna stop for a second and be like, the closest would probably be a giant.
Be specific, please. This matters for extremely significant political reasons.
A fire
And
giant?
for filing reasons. That doesn't seem likely or possible. However, due to the remote nature of this site, well, pseudo-remote given circumstances, it is possible. When we meet you in person, we will confirm this. I am only asking, just so I know that I am not speaking to an experiment. We would like to have access to the pyrokinesis-based lifeform data and or created life forms and any other additional data. That is our interest to some degree for your laboratory, which we believe lies within. We have additional interests in regards to what alchemical substances have been produced, as well as the possible collection or purchase of golems. Would you be willing to sell us any of those and/or the entire site?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, no. I don't think we want to sell you an island.
Okay, in that case, if you are not given an option, how much would you be willing to take it for?
I mean, this discussion seems like it would be better taking place at a later date when the volcano is not about to erupt.
We have the means to prevent an eruption.
As do we, which is what we were going to be doing had you not all been here.
We have an external question for you, if that's the case. How?
None of your business. You cannot expect to ask us question upon question and not answer the ones that we offer.
What questions do you have to ask?
I actually don't have any questions. I just know that they were.
I was about to say, I don't.
Before.
They've answered the only question we've asked, which is, will you identify yourself?
Oh, I thought we asked other questions.
Additionally,
I don't believe we have now.
What is your race?
Tabaxi.
Cats should not speak.
Okay, well now you're just being rude. I could say metal shouldn't speak. Does that offend your autonome, was it?
The autonome has had its memory chip and or soul lessened. I am speaking from a remote location. As I said, I am Yostor. I am a gnome. And I am a mechanic of sorts. Wait, did I say mechanic or engineer? Sorry, I am an engineer amongst the skies above, within the Sky Bison airship, as I said. Yeah. My superiors have an issue with my circumstances. I need access to the password. Otherwise, I may not be able to grant you safety. Please give me that information. My supervisors are not as reasonable as I am.
How about we take you there ourselves?
Again, I am on the airship.
We
I
can
do
take
not
a
need
little
interest.
metal
I do not.
man.
What I need is the password. These entities may not be heading towards that location.
Respectfully, Mr. Yastor, you have come into our home uninvited, unrequested, and you are making large demands of the homeowner and ourselves. Under threat even. If this is how your system works, it is as barbaric as the races you sparge on.
Agreed. And even if we try to compromise,
Yes,
you can
please.
land your ship and we can take you there.
Who has a passive perception of 15 or higher?
I do.
I do.
Me.
Roll anyone in that range. And the reason I'm having you roll this is just because of how far the distance is for a lot of this.
Yeah, we have been kind of shouting this across the room.
But yeah, no, we'll see. There's another reason for that. I would like you all, everyone in that category, like 15 or higher, roll perception. If your passive perception is 15 or higher.
Is this sight?
No. This is hearing again.
Damn. I rolled a 19. That would have been a 31, but it's just a 21.
Okay. Everyone that gets around like 17 or 18 or higher, you guys now actually let's make it more like 16. Yeah, 16 or higher. You guys here, way back through, past the lab, and muffled by the big door, you guys can hear weird sounds. It could be the sound of combat, or it could be drilling, or it could be something splashing or something dropping, but it may be a mixture of those things. You aren't fully certain on the specifics, but you know there is a degree of sound that is being, of things making sound that is being muffled by the door and the distance from that you all have to that location. So something assumedly is happening in the caldera right now.
Understood.
Mr. Vastor, I would ask respectfully that you give my acquaintances and myself time to discuss your arrival, your demands, and the like. You truly cannot expect to just come barging in here and for us to roll over and acquiesce to your demands without any forethought.
I agree.
That's not how any form of government would work. We need time to discuss. And
I am merely I'm an engineer. I am doing what I can here. Command under Vodira is difficult, per se. I can guarantee your safety if you give that information or at least leave the volcano. If you do not soon, I'm not certain they'll attack you, but at the very least, they may blow through your door, which I am fearful could have negative consequences to the mafic geology of the, well, maybe I should say this more literally. It could speed up the process of the eruption, per se.
I can't rationalize why you are all here and yet you are coming in such a barbaric manner. If you are just an engineer, why is there not a proper diplomat to speak on your behalf? I don't understand why there is no one here to adequately parley. Why are you behaving so barbarically?
Well, for one, our diplomats are busy with our Cardinian acquaintance on the ship.
Cardinian?
Yes, from the Cardin Kingdom, where Claire's from.
Yes, and that is her wondering aloud who might be there.
Oh, no, wait. You said Cardinian acquaintance? Who is on that ship? Miss Nicholas, let us one issue at a time, please.
I think we're going to need to speak to your manager.
As frankly as that can be put, yes.
There are engineers above me who I could give you to.
We need to speak to someone who understands that we need time to consider your demands.
The situation, from my understanding, is that they didn't know people would still be alive here and had already repelled into the caldera. So they can rappel back up. There are additional folks on the beach, but how do I say this? From my understanding, this is only an issue because there is an open portal to another dimension and there is a giant which has caused problems.
Yes, because
With our repelled folks.
you've intruded on a domain without requesting presence. You've invaded. If this were considered a proper nation, this would be a declaration of war. I am so baffled that your politicians and diplomats couldn't foresee this potentiality.
We may already be engaging in that. We have supplied the Alton Kingdom with technology, and we are in works to get the Carden Kingdom fully allied with the Alton Kingdom in this current war against Gresshelm. That is my understanding, albeit I am an engineer. I am not a, well, I am not that kind of expert per se. That's my basic understanding.
Your higher-ups seem very foolish if they thought that they should send an engineer to do the job of a diplomat. No, we need to speak to someone who is actually well-versed in this.
It is difficult to utilize this distance-based technology, but I can...
Okay, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this.
If you harm the creatures with us, we will send in Bakulima.
Hey, voice out of the toy box there. Yeah.
Wait.
Abaddon, Tiefling / Goliath here. Very simply put, you're spouting a bunch of bullshit. Alright? You're making half a lick of sense. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We want to talk to someone who does know what they're talking about. And frankly, I'm losing my patience. I'm about this close from going up to whoever the fuck you are, ripping your spine out and sending that as a message to your fucking politicians, alright? So hurry up, get us someone who can actually fucking talk to, or you're dead. You got 20 minutes. Chop chop. Fuck off.
Okay, Abaddon, do a history check.
Always good.
And, Ian, did I hear that name correctly?
Yeah.
I did. Great, wonderful. Got it.
Okay.
Solid.
I won't say, if you got higher, I'd tell you something that would possibly give Abaddon reason to even matter, given the possibility of what response could come next.
I'm just focusing on that big fucking
We
robot.
recognize that dogs can be threatening.
What?
We understand... How do I say this? What was your race again, sir? I think I might have misheard you.
Tiefling and Goliath. So go on, give me your best shot.
So a vermin and a degenerate. Okay.
Yeah, you're dead.
Trying to be
You have
reason.
a lot of nerve to try to issue diplomacy while being this rude and barbaric towards us. No, this
I'm
is
not
no longer
diplomat.
a...
I'm sorry. I just operate these things. I'm just.
Then stop operating. Shut up.
Wait, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to
You
state
called
things
my
as I
friend a
understand it
vermin.
based off the literature.
You said
Say
the
not.
cat shouldn't talk.
I'm in the understanding that some of the human societies on this continent are understanding of that, and have placed the tieflings within specialized communities or ghettos, versus other
yes, because we
tieflings are
really trust
disallowed
humans
from
because of
societal
race theory.
standards. I'm in the
All right.
understanding that tieflings are not allowed in certain societies due to their dangerous nature. I do not believe them to be perhaps literal vermin. I do not think they spread disease. Well, okay, they perhaps spread disease, but I understand they are not taxonomically rats in a literal sense, but in a societal sense function as that via their infernal nature.
Hey,
Okay,
Abaddon.
what race are you?
Again, I will say
Gnome.
I am a proud gnome. I will say I took some classes on infernal dynamics, and I'm in the understanding of some degree of how you form and whatnot. Again, I'm an engineer, but I know that much about the nature of tieflings. It was like a nice class.
Abaddon,
Yes, Hazel?
normally I am hesitant to urge you forward and ensure you keep your patience. My patience has worn thin. If you seek violence, I will be by your side. I'm tired of this too.
Yeah. Hey, no. Question. How tall are you? Give me a
I
reason why.
am a glorious 3 inches.
No.
Sorry, 3 feet. Sorry, 3
I was about to say, what?
Oh,
3 inches?
oh,
Huh?
You were little for my shit, bud.
I was like, what?
You were little over here.
oh god!
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. I am a glorious
Glorious-
3 inches.
God, that's so fucking cursed. Oh
Okay.
god. Okay,
Guys,
yeah, no,
guys.
glorious 3 feet and 2 inches. There we go.
Not the first time I've heard someone say they're gloriously 3 inches.
Oh my god. Oh
Sorry.
my-
Halfway there. Let's go.
Oh my god.
All
It's
right.
not about the size, but what you do with it.
Glorious 3 foot 2 inches. Delightful. Question: have you ever had a foot up your ass that's about half your body size?
Abalone, Miss Abalone, Miss Abalone.
No, this is no time for diplomacy. I'm gonna fucking break my foot in
Miss
his
Abalone,
ass.
they are
You've
not
got
a
some clown
person.
feet if they're like.
That
a
a person, you
Wait.
cannot harm them physically. They
I am
He's
are,
being
threatening the person
updated.
behind the robot.
yes, no, that
I-
implies that you can get into the air, and unfortunately, you do lack wings.
We do have an
We-
available diplomat.
Follow up with this.
Yes,
They are busy with the. Oh. You have. There's a ship with giants in it, per se, correct?
yes, I assume there's many of those in the world. They exist.
No, I mean on the beach of this island that you claim ownership of. The diplomat is using another engineer, whom I
Why are your
know
diplomats using
is my
engineers?
buddy Nixim, and they're working together to deal with that issue. Albeit it looks like they've had to send in the Kulima.
You keep saying
So-
send in the Kulima. What do you mean by that?
It is a name we have given to a device which functions around a individual of the same or similar name, from my understanding, that utilizes specialized technology in regards to necromancy to function in ways that are intriguing, as well as facilitate a partial or failed with purpose lichification. Okay, meta-wise, is there a different word besides lichification for turning into a lich?
Dark
Is that a
magic,
thing?
forbidden magic, forbidden
No,
rituals.
like a process, like a
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
Liching.
Lichification also wouldn't be it. It would just be the process of becoming a lich.
yeah, okay.
I'm fine with lichification. It makes sense.
I thought that I didn't know if it was because I know there's enough like lich terminology that I wouldn't be surprised if there was one.
Phylacterization, maybe.
Yeah, okay, I was confused.
So it makes people into
Ascendant.
liches. Why?
Not quite. No, it specifically doesn't do that. It specifically fails the process. We don't want to expend those resources. We found someone who's failed to do so in the past, and they are also of great combat interest. And we will utilize that suit to great potential. And if once the certain things are well. Wait, why am I telling you this? I still need. I can't. I'm sorry. I've got. You guys are rather interesting. I don't get to talk to many people.
Ian, I have a question.
Obviously.
This big ass armor thing in the background. Does it look like what I saw?
No.
No. Okay. I still think either way, like seeing all this, hearing the name, hearing all the things connect, I think Hazel's nose starts to bleed a little bit more.
Yeah. What you have seen though, what you do see is a large golem made of iron or steel, and one of its arms is a cannon, and at the tip of those cannons are like little like spikes that come out. It seems to be. We can come to a solution. Give me a second. Do you have access to either going to the caldera, or could we meet on the beach? It will not be me directly, but it will be a different person. Is that acceptable? If not, let me know.
Say we take the caldera.
I have no
gonna-
idea what you just said, Sardonyx. Something. It almost sounded like you were speaking Spanish.
I also
That
cannot
is
hear
my
it.
first language. No, Alex is going to suggest we take them to the caldera.
Yeah,
That
'cause maybe
is
if
the
there's something
closer
there.
option.
Yeah.
Hmm?
What did you say, Montour?
That is the closer option.
It's also the
You could also
best.
deny it and ask for, like, directly more stuff directly in this room or in a different space.
No, no, no.
We were already on our
You could
way.
also ask just the autognome
We
with
were-
you to the upper room, so you're not threatened by other things. You could try to ask that.
No.
We were on our way to the caldera when we heard your approach. So if you would do us the favor of staying here while we go to speak with whomever is there, it would be appreciated.
I have other things to attend to. The autognome will return to its control and may either stay at this point or we might have it go back out the beach. It
Oh.
doesn't seem the thing with the giants is going well, and we may need assistance. However, the Kulima might be able to deal with them. It seems to be they've been successful thus far.
Understood. We respectfully ask you do not proceed further into the laboratory. It is private property. Thank you. Goodbye. And Norlis turns and starts heading back into the lab.
Likewise.
Yep.
Axa, Miss Axa, Mr. Gurk, I believe your people may be currently assailed. Frankly, I don't know if you could reach them at this point due to members of the insert nation here being here.
So, okay, partially because I've been speaking a lot, but Axer seems to have been kind of silent from all this, but they clearly have been kind of doing it because they don't want to, at this point they're kind of under Sardonic's rule a little bit here. They're except not fully, like they're the only one of the Goliaths that has really no, like, has the least connection to Agdollar because they weren't born in Agdollar, unlike the other three Goliaths. But they are kind of maintaining kind of some degree of like, okay, Sardonyx kind of froze the rules in this because of circumstance, and I'm fine with, since I'm not aligning with, Doric anymore. But it seems to be the reason they didn't yell out or shit is they don't want to kind of step on Sardonic's line here. However, at this point, they kind of look to you. Do I have permission to go out there and help them fight?
Oh. Sardonis looks to Axer. I understand your position. But you too must admit it is too dangerous, no?
I do not know the dangers. I've never seen things like this ever. But I wouldn't. Who says my axe can't pierce metal?
You know as best as I do. We should not pick losing battles.
As you guys speak, the large, the smaller thing kind of takes its hands away from its mouth, and it kind of looks to the large thing over here and starts to move its hands in certain ways. And the large thing starts to back out and go to the beach, or in the direction of the beaches. No, sorry if I cut you off. Go on.
No, I said what I said.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hey, Axa,
What?
we
What
may have
happened,
had we may have had our differences, in terms of pretty much everything. But if you decide to go out there and fight, I'll help. Because whatever those bastards are planning, they've got whatever they're doing. They've got coming. They've got coming. What's coming for them? They deserve it.
Sardonyx, do I have permission to lead with your ally Abaddon in battle outside?
I still think we should take our chances in the caldera.
That means I'd be throwing away their lives. I understand.
It may seem my decision is barbaric, Axel, but your life means much more to me.
She looks to Abaddon. If you are going alone, I'll lend you my axe.
Any of you guys coming?
I still think we should.
You don't have to come. You don't have to come if you don't have to. This is a thing for Goliaths.
So
I'll talk shit.
Abaddon, was your goal not to stop the volcano? Is that a goal of yours?
And it's a goal of all of you guys as well, isn't it?
Yes. Which is why are you abandoning your goal for a frivolous short-term one? I understand your intent to protect, but you need to fulfill the mission you came to fulfill, and that's to take priority. You cannot guarantee your safety or return should you go to the beach alone, and I understand your desire to protect more than most may. But I want to protect you as well. I do not want to see you rush off to your death. Potentially, I'm not assured that you won't come back successfully, but I know your chances are less without us by your side, and we need to go to the caldera.
We can seek to destroy this fool after we've taken care of the volcano.
When you divide yourselves, you're only half as strong in two places. We need to focus on one goal at a time. That is why I have postponed my search for my son to aid you all. Because were I distracted and looking to go elsewhere, it would do you all a disservice.
Well, it hurts every bit of my pride to say it, but you're right.
Was that a dig at Nornless? Wait, what? It hurts every bit of your pride to say it, but you're right. Wait, what? Where did that come from? I thought we were on good terms.
No.
Wait, how are you interpreting that badly? Huh?
That he's only half as strong alone.
Okay, understood.
He's admitting that you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Abaddon, the fight might just be over by the time you get there.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
It's a bit of a walk.
But you guys don't actually know how far the ship was to you guys. It could be like a mile down the beach or something, or more, or a lot more.
Okay. Look, we'll do the volcano thing, it won't go and kill everything, but I want a pinky promise from all of you. The next gnome I see, I get the fun to punt over the fucking mountain.
No, unless they're a piece of shit.
We can't say the next gnome, but we can promise you a gnome. At some point.
I will promise you a shitty person.
Agree with them.
Right now I've got an appetite for gnomes.
Yes, I know. Believe me, I want to get rid of this guy too. I'm quite annoyed.
Okay.
The nerve to tell me I should not even be able to speak.
Yeah, that one's quite fucking high up his own ass.
In other news, if there's any gnomes in the caldera,
there's a lot of lava you can throw them in.
I was gonna say they seem like pretty not so pleasant people.
Oh, yes, I understand. Okay, that also is a very accurate point. Yes.
Shall we get going then?
Yeah, let's get going.
Let's get this shit taken care of.
I'm assuming that conversation happened while we were in the lab because Nornless walked right back in.
Well,
so during that, he did his best to fill in the people who were not with us in the current precarious situation, namely Carl and I think Gort were the two who did not attend with us.
And
And
travel.
Trouble.
And
yeah,
traveled.
also traveled.
Okay, and traveled. Inform them. Things are about to get dicey, I believe. Everyone, keep your wits about you. Keep your tongues about you, too. We do not need to provoke unnecessary fights if we are terribly outmanned, which I fear we very well may be.
Who's using Tiefling?
That
For
is
the
the
moment,
question, isn't it?
Miss Sardonyx would be.
Yes, I do have it.
Unless you believe yourself to be in a better place to do so, Mr. Mortar.
That's if you
Didn't
can
we-
convince Sardonyx to give him the blade again.
Did we not agree to have Hazel?
That was doing the stealth option. However, there's now a new factor, which is these gnome engineers and potentially a lich. So the plan has changed almost immediately, but let's just go and do something.
Yes.
Above table, how far is it to the caldera in terms of time?
I imagine like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 to 3, maybe 5 minutes or so. Not long.
Okay, cool. Then before we leave, I am going to Psychic Whispers connect. So I'm going to make a channel for telepathic communication with Abaddon, Nornalis, and Sardonyx, and myself. And I can do that for 1d8 hours. 7 hours of connection. Hell yeah.
I see how it is.
I don't know how to plan with you, man. You're a fucking wild card. Also, it's become kind of habit. These are the 3 I usually connect with, and once I hit next level, then I'll be able to connect with all 4.
That's cool.
So we make our way to the caldera with everyone who is currently in the lab in tow, unless they refuse. Does anybody refuse to come with us and start running for the beach?
No one seems to refuse. Gort looks kind of like upset, but it seems to be, they're not quite as upset as Axer. Treble just like, okay, I'm fine with whatever Sardonyx goes with. And Carl doesn't really have a deep opinion on what they're not close to the guys outside, and they're fine with fighting and dying in battle in here, albeit Carl does look a little on edge. Or a little spooked, and it's not exactly clear why. I mean, maybe it could be due to normal reasons, or because he's realized that if something's gone on with that ship, maybe something might go on his ship.
Oh, I see the worry on your face. I do not believe you have cause for concern. I don't think they're going to attack an unmanned ship. I feel like it might have been a response to the current occupants of the giant ship. Did Carl respond, or did...
Yes, I'm sorry, I just moved it, yeah. Carl kind of looks to you. I guess I'm fine with either. I'm fine with whatever. I'm just a little. If you think that's the case, sure. But I mean, that's really our best way off. If another ship isn't viable, and if they realize it's of significance, they could use it as something. I don't know. I don't want them to damage that ship.
I will do what I can to prevent it. Then. That's all we can do now.
Okay. So you guys then continue on. Now you kind of reach the door, assuming you guys don't do anything else in there. And everyone's with you. Moritar or someone else. Do you guys say the password and open the door into to the caldera?
No. Nornas would like to look around very, very thoroughly to see if there's any... I can see invisible things, by the way, innately, all the time. Just so that's a clear understanding. If there's anything invisible, I can see it, and I'm going to perceive, or I would like to roll a perception check to see if there's anything in the surroundings nearby that might be listening as we open the password door.
You don't see anything invisible. Wait, can you see through walls?
No?
Okay. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything invisible in this room. It's
Okay.
possible things could hear you from the other side, albeit it is a really thick door.
Just to be very careful. Abaddon, don't actually do this because I appreciate my eardrums. Just start screaming for a moment.
I can.
I said don't actually do it.
What is it, like a...
What I am doing with that exact scenario is I'm having Abaddon drown out the fact that I just whispered the password to the door. So anyone who would have tried to hear would not have heard me over Abaddon.
Yeah.
So no one who was listening in trying to deduce the password was able to hear it, ideally, as Abaddon just screamed while I whispered the password to the door. You're good. No, you did such a good job last time. I'm like, wait, no, I'm not mentally prepared for this.
Oh, would that just make them think the password to the door is a scream?
That'd be fucking funny though. Just imagine that autonym just screaming through like a tin can.
That'd be great. I'd love it. So yes, that's
Imagine a very mechanical Hank Hill screaming.
Yeah,
Oh.
So that's what I do. Does the door open, Ian?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Now, let me drag you to it. Here you go. So you open the door.
Why is there an egg?
Eggs.
Why is there an egg? You guys open the door and you see, looks to be first, all the way in the back, you see the particular giant, has been about to some degree. Looks to be it killed some of the metallic dogs, which kind of were initially placed up, or what, I'm not sure how they got there. Assumedly, you heard the word repel mentioned at some point. Maybe they were dropped. You're not sure. It seemed to have dealt with those, albeit it looks to be that the giant has lessened its need to crush things, so it's not doing it at the moment. And more so directly to you, you see what looks to be a large, metal creature with one of its arms, which isn't shown in this image, is a big hammer. Then you see a human-sized creature that looks to be, made of metal of some kind. Some metal dogs, and then you finally see what looks to be what more so I would say Hazel would recognize from her dream per se, I would say, of being gnomes in suits.
Do I see the Kolima?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Assumedly that would be on the beach where the giants and Goliaths may be. Since they said they sent that there.
A good hunter waits for their mark. I'm not concerned. Are we walking into like an active combat? Like what's actually currently going on?
It looks to be that there was combat, now they're at a standstill, and they seem to finally look towards you. Let me just make sure. Oh, I'm not supposed to. Okay, wait, no, here, let's make that. Okay, so one of the gnomes in a strange outfit seems to kind of move up forward. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hi. This is a little awkward. I apologize for pulling into your home, I, I got information, that little fuzzy. Something about a half dragon owns this place. Is that correct? They say kind of muffled through their armor or uniform, whatever it is, which is very strange. It almost looks vaguely nautical, but seems to perhaps it's heat resistant of some kind. You're not fully sure.
Do they sound similar to the last one we dealt with, or does it seem like this might actually be like a real person?
This seems like it might be a real person.
Okay. Immediately earning some brownie points, but not much.
Yes, I am the owner.
Oh. Interesting. Oh, wow. They seem to, you're not sure what they're they seem to stop talking for a moment. Like, they seem to, your words just kind of a fall on them as they look at you. Your form is magnificent. How did you build such a thing?
A lot of time, a lot of effort. That seems kind of
I was
not
kind
the
of
point
hoping
right now.
Whatever. Oh, okay. We would like to have an understanding. Would you be willing to? What is your current circumstance, other than the? Well, sorry. How do I rephrase that? That giant over there. We didn't know that there was a portal open here fully. We've dealt with that, but would you be willing to let us in, so we can talk?
We currently plan to solve the whole volcano issue.
What do you mean?
Mortar will look at Sardonyx.
Huh?
Yes, but, we're going to solve the whole volcano issue. Good. Gonna.
Am I gonna what?
Are you going to
So he said solve.
Like,
Sorry, they said
are you-
solve evil. I
Are
guess.
you going to go do that, Sardonyx? You're going to
I think they're speaking out of character, but yeah.
speaking in character.
Oh.
Who know these people?
whatever.
You're gonna do the. You're gonna.
Go on, owner of the home. Do something. This is your
Exactly.
choice here.
Sardonyx, you have Tierfling. Moritar is saying, are you going to go use it?
Not now, no.
Okay.
I'm confused as to why we would be
Also expect you
using
guys to
Tiefling
drag
right now,
your
because
stuff
I think
down,
that would
too.
imply that we're going directly into combat. Are we not trying to be somewhat diplomatic right now? I thought that was what we were coming here to do, is to attempt diplomacy, and then if shit goes wrong, worry about, murder.
Tierfling is for lava. That's what Moritar is saying.
Yeah.
I would have to fly down. No,
Wait, you were flying?
no, I'm not.
Okay. Could you give me what you mean? How are you going to deal with it? Do you have
Well-
the?
Basically, going to soak up the lava with this sword, I guess.
What is that sword? How does
A
it
tool
suck up
to
the
remove lava from a volcano.
Is that not what I just said?
Are you? Will this place maintain structure?
I mean,
That's-
not any less structure than what it currently.
Who knows?
This place won't fall apart if that happens, right? Yes.
Why do you care?
Well, we wanted access to the laboratory here. We were on the, we had apparently, I don't understand the specifics it means, but we learned of, I guess mathematically determined the death of a dragon here.
Sardonis
And
will
we-
turn to Morotar. Do you want these people in your lab?
Not right now. No, not
Like,
particularly.
there's your answer.
Well, okay. I don't think that, well, I don't think Vadira will like that, answer.
Are you threatening us?
Me? No,
No, because it seems like you're threatening us.
I'm
And maybe
not
you're
meaning
in
to-
our home, and maybe you need to back down. And
But
may I roll an intimidate check?
I'm not. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
13. I'm trying to knock this fool off his rhythm. I don't think a 13's high enough, though, I imagine.
Let's see. What do I do this based off?
That's a great question.
I forget. I forget what it is.
It'd probably be like a DC 15. I probably didn't make it.
Does anyone remember what I've done this in the past? What is it based? It's
Maybe a charisma
fear,
save.
fear? No, maybe
Not fear, no.
Not fear.
Insight.
Is it insight? Okay.
It says, I'm just looking at what to roll against intimidation. Your intimidate check is opposed by the target's modified level check, 1d20 plus character level or hit die plus target's wisdom bonus, if any, plus target's modifiers on save against fear. That's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I think it's just a wisdom save or wisdom check? Question mark.
Okay. Well, you would
One of 'em.
I would say yeah.
It's up to you. You're the DM.
They seem to be kind of intimidated by what you said. Well, actually, could you restate it? State it?
Essentially, I was like cutting them off, knocking them off the rhythm of like, we said no to your deal. You need to accept that. You are in our home, and we did not even say that you could be here. Like, fully just trying to conversationally sweep the leg.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. They kind of like Also, I should mention this person. Yeah, those 3 people. Sorry, 4
You're on the
people.
GM layer. If you're pinging stuff, we're not seeing
Oh,
it.
shit, you can see it. Sorry.
with-
This and the small people, including this guy and that, not the dogs and not this thing, have little like lines attached to them that go upward into the sky.
Can I discern what those lines look like they're made of?
They look like they're probably like physical, some type of string with
Like repel
likely,
wires?
yeah, likely repel wires, like more
Okay.
so than like with guarding and some other stuff. Of being relatively like thick.
Mhm.
I guess is fuck. I'm sorry. I don't. Okay. Well, what can we? I can leave, but we'll leave some of our stuff here for now. We'll deactivate that and the dogs and well, meanwhile this is happening, the giant over here, Sephiroth, would be such a no idea what I went with it. Is kind of like they haven't been speaking. They'd be just looking at what's happened, and they're kind of surprised. They look to have an expression because they can hear the person speaking, and they look surprised. But as you guys are going, they kind of slowly walk back into the portal as you're doing things here. Okay, back to the gnome. Would you be okay with any negotiations now?
Need time to discuss it amongst ourselves. This is a very unprecedented and unexpected arrival.
Okay, alright.
And ideally, it would make
Did we get your name and rank, by the way? I don't know if we did.
I'm Quizzy, and I'm the captain of the survey of the survey group.
to it.
The two other gnomes here seem to be wielding something of note. This person has like a spooky look, has a blade of sorts, but these guys are wielding something that you don't really have context for. Some type of possible projectile weapon. You're not exactly sure. It has strange canisters on it. And it looks pressurized. But besides that, you're not sure what it is.
That's a strange crossbow.
I thought it was a fancy broom.
Okay, we can repel upwards. And she starts to she gets something and seems to toss she seems to grab at something from her line and seems to push it away. And you see that there's actually two lines, and she kind of tosses it using, or more so like kind of shoots it via like some type of grappling gun type thing. You're not sure what, towards this thing and kind of hooking it along its top of its head. And then she starts to slide upward into the sky via the cord, along with this thing and the other fellows, leaving the strange dog-like creatures.
But as well as it could have. I think we should make haste in our actions here. Because I don't know when we have another moment of respite. Mr. Mortar, Miss Nicholas, if you would, I suppose, get to it. Oh, right, let me do this properly. And Nornalus will summon his elemental.
Good call.
Yes, Sardonyx, do you want to drain the lava, or...?
I'm sure my people have already decided against me jumping headfirst into lava.
Well... someone's going to need to do that.
This is a dumb question then. If I drink that potion, I assume it means my equipment probably is fine. Like everything is on my person.
I would assume so. If you had like a pet rat or something, I'm not sure if a pet rat would
It's
be
okay.
So by pet rat you mean Telth. So
I mean, they could just always, sit off
give
for
me
like...
the potion. I will do it. Give me the potion.
Okay, Mortar will hand him the potion.
Mortar, do an int check. For a couple, maybe two, for different reasons. But I could maybe justify via nature. I could justify via nature. As in you could do nature for them, I would say.
I'll do it. I'll do that then.
Okay.
17. Do you want me to roll
and then
second
I'll let you roll
one?
another, and these are for different things. So do another nature check.
Damn.
For the 9. No. I think the first thing I had in mind, I'll use the 17. So firstly, you're now thinking, and you're looking out. So this giant guy is still kind of moving back in, but you're thinking and like, okay, based off like the geology of stuff like here, and basically more sort of the physical structure, you aren't. It's possible that when the lava recedes, kind of the support that all the magma around this structure will be less, like, kind of pushes towards it will be lessened if it's just kind of on its own, and it might fall, and that might break this portal. Actually, I'm just going to do it both off of 17. The second thing is regardless of heat, of dealing with the heat, swimming in lava is not like swimming in water. There is a lot of weight to it, and also they assumedly would, have would need to hold their breath. It's possible that once they get down, they might not have the physical strength to swim back up, or may be able to climb back up, but by that point it might be slower than climbing up normally due to all that pressure on you, and they might not be able to have time to easily breathe. So the point is it's fairly risky still doing this.
I think that means
So-
I would probably be the best person to do it.
Sardonyx, you do know jumping headfirst into it is a figure of speech. You're only touching the sword to it.
I was just going to fly down and touch the sword into the lava continuously.
Yes, just wanted to clear up anything.
Oh,
in
I
case-
assume they're going to swim into the lava and then do it down
Do
below
you
so
take
that
me
we'll
for a
not be able to.
fool?
Why
I
would
thought
we,
they were
why,
doing
why
that.
would we do that when we could just be on top of the lava and then just keep following the surface of the lava down?
Indeed.
Because that might involve climbing? Because of the fact of like sheer.
Sardonyx can fly.
Fly.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess there is that. Yeah, I guess they could.
Conversely, I could go down because I have a climb speed as a tabaxi and I have the boots of flying, which means I can do both if need be.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I think
you can
based on the fact that we're
fucking
just able to fly on top of the surface, I don't think it's going to even be a concern.
Okay.
So we do that.
Yeah. So Sardon
let's
makes drink
get it
the
done.
potion, and then she flies down a little bit, and well, she has to unsheath the sword first.
Make sure you do it near the
Wait, it's
what's it
still
called?
ignited, no?
Just to make sure you do it near someone else.
Yeah,
mean, if you're
it
flying
just
down,
negates the wisdom save. It doesn't seem like it'll negate the someone has to die effect.
Yeah, you can fly like there.
Yeah, so basically Norlis instructs most of the group to the far edge of the chamber, the golem to this edge of the chamber. And I'm not even on the map because I'm stupid. And Sardonyx to go over near Mr. Golem before she draws the sword. So ideally, only her and the golem will be within 50 feet of one another. Maybe one of the elementals as well, but that's okay too. Because we're not going to attack them unless they attack us now.
Yeah, I would say the dogs, these mechanical dogs, kind of move in place, not really doing anything.
You just put yourself here. That way, or like right here maybe?
No, what they're doing is fine
Somewhere.
because I think that puts one golem, one elemental within range on the off chance my golem does not qualify as a kill.
Okay.
Also, the dogs are also in range. Should it be?
Okay.
Yeah, but that begs the
Um,
question, are those things even alive?
Whom has used the Is the dog still in range?
Yes,
Okay. Well, you could shoo him off or something.
don't have to.
Oh,
Don't have to.
care.
Don't care.
Oh, okay.
If they die,
might-
they die. They're not real
Oh.
dogs. At least I don't
Um,
think they are.
Okay, wait. Have you already drank the potion, by the way?
Yes, I have.
Okay. We'll go ahead then.
Sardonyx, it's your move.
Oh, wait, what do I have to do? I'm pretty
The
sure. Is
thing.
it not? I unshoot it. Is it not still ignited?
Yeah, just take the reins, drain the lava.
Okay. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think it's just go time. I think.
Sardonis flies down, unsheaths their fling. It's still ignited, and stabs it into the lava.
So, and then as you kind of stab it and activate, assumedly purposefully, the means to suck up the lava, like the lava starts to, do that. It zoops it to the sword, kind of spraying a little everywhere, which normally would be pretty nasty to your arms, but it's working out because you you basically are immune to fire. It feels a little weird, but it doesn't hurt you.
As we notice the fire, the ass stops spewing once the lava is separate from the heart of the creature, Norlis suggests to Moritar that he go and try to claim the power of the heart itself. And once that is done, it will become inert and won't be able to exacerbate the lava any further. Is a
This
thought.
thing is, I don't know if I'd like this because this thing's meant to be dead.
No, I
As
mean
in-
like basically siphon whatever leftover flame of suitor was left within that
Yeah.
part, so
Oh,
that it
that's what you
can
mean.
no longer
Yeah.
impact the
Yeah,
lava,
yeah,
because
yeah.
lava will rise over time as it does, but it
Mhm.
won't have an affectation
Well,
on the
that's
lava
kind of
if Moritar drains it of the flame of suitor and takes
Okay.
that into himself.
that works too.
We're
Either are
disenchanting the
viable.
thing.
Yes. In a way that makes sense. Like, he's just absorbing the remnant flame of suitor by making contact with the now exposed heart.
Yeah, so what happens to this is a little awkward, but whatever. Is this thing seems to the volcano, the processes of which the smoke was kind of accumulating kind of stop. However, the main way you know this occurs is that the weird room that this is formed, that's relatively smoke-free, starts to go away, and starts to go away fast. The smoke that was currently just, the smoke-free area that was around like 20 feet up is now kind of lessening as some of the smoke lowers and reacts to, being a more natural gas rather than being magically kind of moved by what magic was still in the heart, which I will say that was always kind of an idea I had because that was the whole point of this. But yeah. So do you guys stay in the room or do you guys try to leave, given that?
Have we succeeded in our task of making the
you've-
volcano no longer going to erupt?
It seems to be, at the very least, the magical processes that, like, it's hard to tell looking at the lava to be like, yeah, it's got the
Mhm.
right texture quality, but it seemed to be that the one thing that made you know this room was magical and still had maybe an association with that was the fact that the the gases, all the ash was like free in the area you're walking around up till 20 feet, meaning that there was clearly something magical still here that was doing that. That just went away, meaning the magical thing that was going to cause the volcano to explode is no longer there, assumedly.
Then I see no reason to stay here any longer.
Yes.
Our task is complete.
I still have the mental images of Mortar dangling by a rope at this point. It's just like he's like slowly rotating. He's like, what's going on now?
Like the SpongeBob movie, just like him, just like
I
Yeah,
was just about to say
Meta-wise, the
Normal-
other reason I went with the possibly bring it alive thing is I wanted to give Moritar an opportunity to, like, kill themselves if they wanted to.
No, that's understandable. Before leaving the room, Norlis would absolutely pick up the egg that looks like Issa's.
Okay.
Like without a doubt, he would take that. Or if he's not strong enough, he would ask Abaddon to help him carry it.
I imagine Abaddon's pulling fucking Mortar up right now.
Well, once you're up, obviously. I'm not saying, like, two at once, but yeah.
So-
Sardonyx will hold it. Just
Do you guys kind of hang out in the stair room for a little while, or do you just move all the way down to the lab?
Would it not
Lab.
be? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we'll go to the lab.
I'm just asking
yeah.
you for whatever conversation that's about to happen. I just don't want to know what battle map you want to bring up.
I guess, yeah, the lab would make sense. I thought we were just gonna go right to the beach for the whatever thing, but I'm fine with following the party wherever they want to go.
The lab.
The lab.
The land of labs.
The
So
lab is where we're going.
based off of, like, I would say that, like, you guys could do some checks or whatnot, but based off of, like, so not all of you, but a lot of you got several of you have, like, academic understandings of things, and some of that has to do with, like, the natural world, and some of it has to do with magic. But given your combined kind of knowledge of things, you would get the idea that whatever you basically what you had done likely has prevented volcanic eruption, and done so in a way that isn't going to lead to any, like, directly negative outcomes in regards to, like, this place, like, falling apart or anything like that. Meaning, the volcano is assumedly back to normal without there being an actual, like, eruption or anything.
Right. Mhm,
With
mhm.
that in mind, once you guys assuming you guys start to talk about this or whatever happens, There are a couple people here whom had been waiting for this moment. And you see kind of, well, firstly, like, Carl seems to walk up to more, but, I think Norlis. Norlis, it's done. We did what we need to do. How long will we still be here? I gave you my boat for you to do what you need to do here. I wish to take it home.
Be okay with that, of course. It is your boat, yes. My only concern is I don't know what is going on with the gnomes now. So we do need to tread cautiously and quite awarely.
Well, I have corpses in there. I think we should, unless you guys have a reason you want to stay here. I don't know if any of you are, but I will offer this. If you want to take a day break if we leave soonish, if you want to like head to Flagerberg and spread the news of what you've done, I think that's fine. I can't will it to me to push against that. I think that's necessary to let people know, since I feel they were most at risk. But I have corpses in that boat. It is not even my boat. It is our clan's boat, and I wish to return it as soon as I can.
Absolutely, I understand. I even made it so they would not deteriorate for the next 10 days. Trust you me, I am aware of the goals you have as well, Carl.
Thank you. That means so much.
I do not believe we have time to stay in Flagerberg very long, though, as Nornolis' son is in need of searching. We don't exactly have time to remind people of our victories. We have to just hope that they will see that the volcano does not erupt and move on from life with that knowledge that things are not exploding. But yes, as he said, we need to deal with the gnomes first because we have no way of knowing what they actually want to do with this place.
Okay. Axer would kind of raise their hand. Are we going to start with seeing what happened to my men?
Yes, Axer, indeed.
Truthfully, what I believe is the wisest next step is we've ransacked this place currently. We take everything of value from this lab that we are able to take on our persons, and we leave. For two reasons. One, it may aid us in the future, and two, it will not aid the Gnome Kingdom, the Alton Kingdom, and the Cardin Kingdom to gain this under their rule. Everything should either be burned or taken with us, and then we make our way to the beach, check on Miss Axe's people, and decide what we are going to do from that point forward.
Eden?
Huh?
What, is this about the dragon?
No. Would Mortar like know how to basically self-destruct this place?
Oh my goodness, yes please! Oh
So-
yes please!
You have so how you originally escaped this place was via a special tubing system. You could
Yeah.
rig that to like there'd be a way you could probably rig that to like blow. As in it's a large tubing system that you could hyper pressurize it or something, and then you'd basically crash the rocks if it would to blow of some kind, the ceiling would crash down and you could
Yeah.
use that to make some damage here.
It's less blow up volcano or like just collapse this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how quick you could do that's unsure, but you could definitely do it. Did you? Oh, wait, did you guys take the urn?
Yes.
I have to imagine.
Okay.
Yes, I do have the urn.
Okay. If anyone opens the urn, let me know. Okay. So, actually, let me get back to something. I meant to have Gurk speak. Gurk, kind of as you guys are doing this, if you're leaving or whatever you're discussing, they would kind of like slide up to Sardonyx and be, I don't know what's going to happen. Sorry, let me get the correct voice, which I don't want to go correct. So I don't know. Correct voice is like no voice. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I do know what's going on. Sardonyx, we have something I think we need to address. Me and Trabold, and more so also Gurk and Axer. Do you wish for us to continue to go with you on whatever your next travel is with Nautilus? Otherwise, if we are accepting of you being alone with Nautilus and Abaddon and all of them, not really alone. We're accepting of them being your guards per se. Are you accepting of that within the context that we may take what if that other boat is in function, that we would take it and do certain things, but also eventually return to Agdalar? As in, we could head to Flagerverg and try to spread the news. Although we're not sure how well that would go, given we're entirely Goliaths, but...
Now I do agree. I did promise Sir Andren I will assist in finding his son.
That's what we've understood. And that's
But
why we would...
does still need you.
For
Gor,
what?
I trust you, and I think Agdala would be in great hands at your service while I am away.
Really? Oh. I don't know what to say, but I believe that to be. Well, I mean, I don't even actually. I feel odd even being surprised by this, considering I kind of was in that situation in the past. But for you to allow me to, be in that case once more is unexpected. But thank you. I'll go about it. We obviously won't necessarily be said if it turns out we have to be on the same boat when we leave. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're good. Thank you. I feel greatly honored by this.
I do think I should return to Agdala and let the people know firsthand. I will be back. I can always come back very easily, if you know what I mean, Jake. Girk would know. Girk and Trouble would know what I mean by I can return very easily.
Ian doesn't know.
Oh, well, you sucks to suck, I guess, because you're the one who told me this. Okay, above table. Adonix has the ability to teleport back to the Acton Stone.
I had forgotten. It's been so. Oh god. It's been like maybe
I've
a
never
month
had to
since we
use
discussed
this.
that. I had completely forgotten about that. Yeah, I think they would know that. Yeah.
Yeah, they would know.
I think at least Trabold might not, but Girk probably would. But yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to end things here or give you guys another like 20 minutes. What do you guys want?
I think ending here and then doing out session, like looting the place.
Yeah. If you'd like to tell me what Issa's egg looked like, if that was Issa's egg looked like, that'd be cool.
I had some. The reason I didn't I gave it a generic one instead of doing something more specific is I had some directions I was considering it.
Okay.
And given if certain characters died, I was going to give in the last couple sessions, I was or maybe next session probably not. I wanted to give possible means to go a certain direction with it, but it doesn't seem like that happens. So I'll give you an answer soon.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with wrapping up here.
Okay. Just some quick things before doing points. You guys are a great group. I think it was a little awkward in the middle, but I could see that falling apart in other ways. I had the right kind of ideas, but I went with something that was a little iffy. You guys let me know, and it worked out in a way that I don't think was shitty.
Thank you.
That also kind of went with what I was going. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, I said thank you. I agree.
Okay, good. other things are like other than that little weird thing. But do you guys like the session?
Yes.
It was a
Yeah.
little all over the place, but pretty
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
The gnomes are something I had been setting up for a while. There's like a couple sessions before Norris joined. I had like it was a thing that was said to Abaddon that like, oh yeah, beware the gnomes. And then a lot of sessions passed where like, you know, you guys were in the wilderness or whatever. And then I kind of wanted it to be that after you guys emerged from like the underground of Bettenberg, that you would like start to see the oval, and that would give you like a hint towards it, and then like kind of we build up from there. We'll see. Yeah, okay, but that was the whole thing. This is one of those like I have had a couple of things I've had build up, but I I want to make note of it when it happens, especially if like most people weren't in the party and one person who knows is asleep. But yeah, well, you guys can start boom points.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
I would like to start if that's okay.
Yeah.
I would like to give my boom point to Sardonyx for, while being uncertain of the plan, being willing to essentially dive headfirst into hundreds of feet of lava.
I agree.
Yep, my boom point goes to Sardonyx.
One second.
Did they say 1 second?
No, I did
Sure.
not. I said thank you.
Oh, definitely
No
didn't hear
worries.
that one. Got to that time. Sardonyx, your turn.
Okay. Sorry. You know what?
No, I don't. I have 8 intelligence. I don't know much of anything.
I feel like I'm gonna give it to this one person who keep testing Sardonyx's patience. They be threading a thin line. How are they still on that line? I have no idea. But Morita gets a boon point.
Yippee!
Simply just by testing Sardonyx's patience. Oof.
Just a reminder, what was the thing they did this session that kind of tested your patience?
Keeping information to themselves.
As they do.
Me,
All the
I
time.
will murder that Tin Man. So every time they've entered that volcano, Sardonyx would be like, this Tin Man. I'll murder him. Ooh.
I mean, we literally agreed to walk in and kind of using the song.
We didn't agree to shit.
Mortar's turn.
I'm gonna give it to Nonless
Oh,
What okay?
You have
for
to use
dealing
your
for
reasons.
customer support.
for customer support. Valid. I want to give my boon point to our certified sleepy boy for always staying in his angry barbarian ways and like I'm gonna put my foot up your ass. It doesn't have an ass Abaddon. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I'll give it an so I can put my foot up it.
Yeah, like just always in fucking full barbarian mode, and I love it.
I do think
I'm
he
gonna-
deserves praise for the line. Have you ever wanted to feel a foot up your ass that's half the size of your torso?
I didn't. I think I overlooked that one.
Oh
I
god.
swear that
Clown
Sardonyx
man
will
has
teach
clown feet.
Abaddon how to fly. Mark her with.
He doesn't
She
have
is
clown
going
feet, he
to
has
get that
barbarian
man
feet.
off the ground.
Fucking, he's got
Okay.
clown feet. If he's gonna be half the size of them, they were like 3 foot something.
I do have something to mention about Abaddon's like berserker like madness or whatnot. I'll mention it after I do my boom points because I'm interested in how you guys view this. But firstly, boom points. I'm gonna give 1 to Sardonyx for a couple of things, mainly I guess towards the end, actually like bestowing Gurk temporary control of Ekdal. I think that was very neat. And it makes sense. It slightly surprised me though. It was neat. And then also I would like to give 1 to Nornalis for trying to. I mean, maybe it's a little obvious. I mean, not too of a wacky thing to try, given like the gnomes kind of being a little, afraid of everything. But actually going and fully trying to intimidate the gnome into just fully backing out. after like after you had context that like the gnomes were kind of having a weird discrepancy in like what they were doing, as in some were giving caution and other guys like, oh yeah, someone else just like sit in this this group to like just attack the ship, and some other shit was going on. So you did that knowing that it could have gone bad despite how they were going, but it worked out anyway. Okay, the thing about Abaddon
Didn't
is...
intimidate a gnome.
That was Hazel.
What? I
Yes.
thought you did... wait,
If
really?
you're talking
Wait,
about in the caldera,
Yeah.
Yes, that was me.
that was Hazel, not me.
That was Hazel?
That was Hazel.
Yes.
Why did I think it was...
I do not know. I don't want to
Wait,
take.
why did I think it was you?
Wow, telling me I sound like my brother. How rude to
Oh
say that.
god, that would be
No,
awful.
I'm kidding,
No,
I'm kidding, I'm
no,
kidding, I'm
I
kidding,
will
I'm
give
kidding, I'm kidding.
Hazel it. I don't know why I thought it was Normalus.
Because Nornalist talks more than I do usually.
I also did handle the whole diplomacy with the first set of gnomes, so maybe you thought I followed up with the
That
second.
I
also.
mean, it must have been it. I thought I was thinking back like to rolls and thought you rolled.
I don't think I rolled like a single dice this session.
You did. It was.
I rolled like 2 perception checks.
Yes. I rolled and I got a 13 on intimidation, and you let me carry it, even though I thought that I shouldn't have won it.
Yep.
I'm having like a South Africa present moment. What the fuck?
What?
Whatever it's called. What's the fucking thing?
Mandela effect?
Yeah, Mandela effect.
I've never heard it referred to that way, but I mean, I guess I
I
understand
couldn't
what you
remember
meant, so I can't be
Mandela.
upset.
Whatever.
Not the Manila folder.